Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, my friends. Thank you for joining me. I am Coach Roxanne. You are joining me live on the Better Body Fitness fan page. I am so happy to have you here with me today. Starting this week out, it feels a little different than last week. I'm going to be honest. I feel like $1 million today. I feel like $1 million. I do. Like I'm feisty. I'm alive. I got excellent sleep this weekend. Well, maybe not excellent, but pretty darn good. Like I'm happy. I feel good. There's so much power into, I feel like, waking up and feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day. Julie, good morning. Ashley, happy Monday. Michelle, good morning, Coach. Michelle, are you still on vacation? I feel like you're traveling the world and I love it. The pictures you posted, I need some details on these animals and where you've been. Victoria, hi Roxy. Hi Vicky. Does anybody call you Vicky? I don't know. I do now.
Only in scary situations.
Sue, good morning. Nicole, good morning. Lynn, good morning. Amy, good morning. Hootsek, happy Monday. Good morning. Teresa, are you on here? Wow, Chris. Wow. Charlene, good morning. Michelle, on vacation yet? Well, enjoy. It looks amazing. There's nothing like a good road trip and seeing all there is to see. I do love a good road trip. I do love it. Corey, good morning. Happy Monday. I love it. How's the coffee today, my friends? Or the tea? Or whatever it is that you drink. How is it? I have a confession to make. I'm lazy. I haven't been making my milk foam. I know. I bought milk. I have another confession to make. I will drink my milk beyond the date that it says that it's expired, up to a week, maybe 10 days. I am full of confessions today. I better stop while I'm ahead. Deanna, good morning. Chris, Teresa is my cousin. Okay. Good to know. Good. I've got to lock that one up here. Stacy, happy Monday. Tammy, good morning. Holly, good morning. Heather, good morning. Happy Monday. I love it, my friends. I love being here with you. I love spilling all of my confessions out to you. Tammy, what? No foam? I know. Julie, I smell it first. I do smell it first. And if it smells okay, I will drink it. I have another confession to make. I will eat vegetables on the brink of, like, you know, when you're like, oh, they've maybe got one day left. I will eat them. I don't care. Maybe that's why I'm so healthy. Maybe it's all the fermented dairy and the fermented vegetables that keep me going. I don't know. Krista, good morning. Beth, if it doesn't smell funky or have curds in it, we still drink it, right? I don't know. I think that's ever since we were young and poor. Another confession. We were really poor when I was young. I feel like we stretched everything. Like we would buy one good box of cereal and then we would buy like the cheapest box of cornflakes or whatever it was. And we would mix the two together to make them last. That's how I grew up. Maybe that's why I stretch out.
You know what? When we would eat Frosted Flakes or cornflakes and we ran out of milk, you know what my mom would say?
Put water in them. Put water in them.
Put some water on it.
Roxy and Vicky, watch out. I love it. Susan, good morning. Susan just celebrated her birthday yesterday. I love it. Kim, good morning. Kiara, good morning. Jody, good morning. Tracy, good morning. I'm envious of your pool pictures every single day with your little toes in your pool. It looks so amazing. Beth, my mom used to just cut the mold off the bread and cheese and still call it good. You know, the best is when you've eaten the bread and then you go back the same day and look at it and you notice the mold and you're like, I must have eaten the mold. We've all survived. You're too funny. I also hate to waste food. I'll cut mold off cheese and eat it. That's how it was really done back in the day. Back in the day, they didn't even refrigerate the cheese. They left it in the wax and whatever was molded, they cut off and they kept eating it. Like, I don't know. Now we refrigerate the stuff. Who knew? Charmaine, good morning. Carrie, good morning. All right, my friends, let's get rolling. It's the start of a new 21 Tough Challenge. It's the start of a new 90-day accountability challenge in our members group, both for nutrition and or fitness. Carrie, good morning. Scrub and white baseball pants, only 7 pairs. Whose bright idea was it for white pants? Kimberly, good morning. Oh my goodness. Statham, good morning. All right, so we have all these new things happening. And maybe that's why I feel so feisty. Maybe that's why I'm excited, because I get excited every time a new challenge starts, because I've taken on everyone right alongside of you. Challenge number 11, like I am excited, I'm gung-ho, like let's do this. So what happens though, right? We're all like, if it's a brand new challenge or if it's just like we're just gonna do our best at this one, what happens? We get this mentality that we have to do more. We have to do extra. Maybe not that we have to, but we're just going to do it because we want to get results even faster. So the title of my video today is Do Less to Achieve More. I know it sounds totally counterproductive, but stay with me here for the next 15 minutes and let's talk our way through this, because I have done this in the past before as well. So I get it. This excitement brings along this energy that makes us think that we can or should take on so much more. I know, because I've seen it done over and over and over. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
All right. I'm on a roll here, Marbs. Hit the bricks. Hit the bricks, buddy. All right. So we're excited, right? And we have this feeling of, I should do even more to get more results. I should do even more to get better results. Tell me you haven't thought that at least once or twice. Or tell me this isn't you every 21 days. Lisa, good morning. I don't want you to fall into that trap. I don't want you to do it. It's not sustainable. I don't want you working out longer. I don't want you doing extra reps that you don't need to be doing. I don't want you lifting heavier weights if you're not in a position to lift heavier weights, if you haven't earned that right. I don't want you to cut out the rest. I don't want you to train more days per week. I don't want you doing this. I don't want you thinking that more is going to bring you more. 20 years of experience, and I'm going to tell you, nobody I know has ever been successful at this. Nobody. In my 20 years of both being on the journey myself, personal training people, working in the gym facility, doing it at home, nobody has ever been successful by trying to do more. Why? Because they can't do it forever. So any little bit of success they think they see, maybe they see the scale go down, maybe they start to feel a little bit smaller in their clothes. I have seen some amazing transformations. When people beast mode themselves, I've seen some amazing transformations. I've also seen every single one of those people go all the way back to where they were, if not even worse than when they started. This is a fact. I am not making this up. This is what I have seen in my time. And I have seen this happen to at least a dozen people, if not 2. I have seen people for the next 90 days, whatever it is, maybe it's summer and they don't have to work, or maybe they have more time on their schedule. I have seen people beast mode their nutrition, beast mode their fitness. Usually it's fitness and usually not nutrition, which is why they end up back where they were. I've seen people lose 30, 40, 50 pounds in 60 to 90 days. I've seen it. And then I've seen within 30 to 60 days following that, people go right back to where they were and not understand why. And not understand why when they try and get back on the wagon, why it's taking so long to see success. I have seen this. You need to do less to achieve more, my friends. Michelle, you've been there. Hutzek, I did jackknife sitting all the way up this morning, so I know what you're referring to. I love it. I love it. So it took me, people will say all the time, I want your arms, Roxanne. What should I do? I want your arms. What should I do? I see people adding in more arms to the workouts. And you can get, let me backtrack. You can do it by adding a little bit more. I get it. But when all of a sudden you're like, I'm going to do arms every single day. I'm going to do bicep curls every day. I'm going to do dips every day. Let me tell you how my story goes. The first 2 years of my journey was all about losing body fat. I didn't do it right. I did crazy things, but I got to a certain point and I started to put a little weight back on, and I hired a personal trainer. And from there, so 2 years to even get to that point. From there, it took me another 2 to 3 years to build the muscle, to create the arms I had. So all in all, it took 4 to 5 years. And now here I am, another 10 years down the road, another 9 years, whatever it is down the road, and I'm maintaining it. Maintaining. So when you say, I want arms like yours, Roxanne, the secret, the key is to stay consistent for the next couple of years. Maybe you'll see things sooner. I guarantee you will. But will you have total definition in the next 3 months? No. You probably still even have a little body fat that has to pull off of there. You probably aren't even eating enough to build any muscle yet. Yet you think that it's all going to happen inside the gym. You think because you do a couple extra curls that all of a sudden you're going to have biceps, or you do a couple. My friends, I have to eat 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day to maintain that. Are you ready to do that? Because it doesn't just happen in the gym. We get these things too in the kitchen. There is a major mindset shift that has to happen once you get to your goals. How many of you have ever tried to reverse diet out of your dieting? How many of you just live in diet mode? You're just living in diet mode and you're like, I have to have 1,000 calorie deficit. I have to have a 1,500 calorie deficit. Not realizing that in the long term, in the trajectory of your journey, that's only going to do you harm. It's fine for a little period of time, but you can't live there forever. We need to do less, have less deficits to achieve more. You don't need to restrict more foods. How many of you hit a certain spot and think, all right, now I've got to do even more. I'm going to cut out carbs. I'm going to go low fat. But nobody talks about protein. But we shouldn't be restricting foods to think that it's going to get us more results, that it's going to get us better results. It doesn't happen like that. Now, granted that when I hear people say, oh, I don't handle carbs very well, I highly doubt you're talking about raspberries and strawberries and a banana. I highly doubt you're talking about that. Now, do you maybe have an allergy to one of those things? Yeah, maybe. But those things are not going to keep you fat. It's the pastas. It's the overeating of rice. Rice isn't even going to keep you fat. Pasta isn't going to keep you fat. It's the overconsumption of them. But we take it to this crazy extreme. And do we sometimes see results when we cut them out? Yes. It's not because you cut out that food. It's because you have a higher calorie deficit that we can't maintain for the long term. So we have to start to shift. Do less, achieve more. I know it feels like you can control the outcome. I know it feels like that you can control the outcome of your body, and you may be able to for a very short period of time until you can't. You may be able to control it for a short period of time until you can't control it. All this does is stop you from creating healthier habits. When you try and beast mode your nutrition, when you try and beast mode your fitness, all you're doing is putting up a wall that doesn't allow you to create healthy habits. I need you to shift focus. I need you to start thinking about whatever you're doing today. Are you going to do today a month from now? Are you going to do what you're doing today 6 months from now? Are you going to do what you're doing today a year from now? If not, stop. Take a deep breath, take a step back, and think about this. I want you to do today what you feel you can do for the rest of your life. Otherwise, it's just not going to last. Now, times change, maybe your schedules change, jobs change. That doesn't mean the habits you've created change. It means they maybe shift. The times of them shift. How much you do shifts. Things shift. But you should never be so far down the fitness and nutrition rabbit hole that if something changes, you can't maintain it. That is not what this journey is all about, and that's how some of us get lost. We get lost in this. We get so far off track that we don't even know how to take one little step forward. I need you to stay focused on, is what I'm doing today something I'm going to be able to do forever? Or is it so far off the beaten path, I'm just going to do it for the next 21 days and then I'm not going to do it? I see that all the time. I'm going to give up alcohol for 21 days. I think that's great. That's great if you want to give up alcohol for 21 days. But why just 21 days? If you love to have a glass of wine, make it work. I'm going to give up sugar for 21 days. What good is it going to do you if on day 22 you go and binge at Uncle Mike's with a Kringle? That didn't do you any good. You didn't learn anything. And that is the whole point. We want you to learn something. We want you to walk away from these challenges with more knowledge, more willpower, more motivation than you did going into them, because willpower and motivation are fickle. They're fickle. You're not always going to have them. So by having them for a short period of time, the goal is to build habits, to build better habits, to build life-sustaining habits. You cannot outwork time. You just cannot outwork time. Your body is going to do what your body is going to do. If your body is going to take 6 months to get to your goal, you are not going to be able to beast mode it into 2 months. You're not. I wish I could tell you you could, but you can't. You have to be in it for the long haul. You have to know that you're going to have patience. You have to know that there are going to be times on this journey where you're going to look at your body and you're going to see things. Like, there are pockets of fat I see in my body and I'm like, but that's going to happen. Your body's going to do that. You have to make sure you don't think that your work isn't helping. I even fall into that trap sometimes. I look in the mirror and I'm like, I feel like I should be further along. Can't do that. Your body is going to do whatever it's going to do in its own time. You cannot beast mode it. Susan, I've been eating more since starting BBF and first time I'm having success. My old mindset was starvation and I gained weight when I did eat. Not anymore. And the older we get and the longer we do that, the harder it is to retrain our body. But your body can be retrained. I don't care how old you are. Your body can be retrained. You can do this. You have to find a way to trust the process. You have to find a way to trust the process without having these crazy calorie deficits, without doing 2 or 3 workouts a day. If you come to me and say, Roxanne, I want to start strength training every single day of the week, I will never, ever be on the same page as you, ever. I would tell you, strength train 3 times a week. Everybody out in the world who is successful is doing just about that, maybe even twice a week. And what are they doing on the other days? They're doing some kind of cardio, and not crazy cardio. Sometimes it's a walk. Sometimes it's a bike ride. There is a reason Chuck and I don't train on Sundays. Your body needs rest. Even Saturdays for us. If you were on this past Saturday, we were a little loopy. That's what happens when you work out too hard, too long. Your body and your mind need a break. When you start cutting calories down too, when you think you should have 1,000 calorie to a 1,500 to a 2,000 calories a deficit in a day, your mind slows down. Your muscles are not building. And here you are lifting weights and trying to get this amazing shape out of your body, but you aren't even feeding the muscles that you're working. We've got to feed them, my friends. Charlene, I'm still sore from Saturday. I am right there with you. When we create the sustainable habits in time, we need less willpower. You know, there are things that statement made me think about. When I was overweight and unhealthy, I ate candy bars. I went out to the buffets. I had tons of alcohol, donuts, like fast food. I don't do any of that anymore. It just shifted. I used to need willpower to do that. Now it's just a way of life. But it took me time to get there. You have to trust the process. Michelle, this process does work. It took me a while to accept and embrace it, but I have seen non-scale results. It works. Trust the process. Wait, you're blaming working out on being loopy? I am. If you can really only sustain 3 days a week for training, then only train 3 days a week. Nobody said you had to train 6 days a week. Chuck and I provide that as a service for the people who want to. But if you are only able to do 3 days a week, then only do 3 days a week. Don't think that you're going to beast mode yourself into 6 days a week and it's going to last if that's not where your life is right now. If you can't do cardio with us, that's okay. Go for a walk. We tell everybody strength training is where it's at. If there's one thing in the world you do, it's strength training. Because for the longevity of your life, you want to have strong muscles. Cardio doesn't do that for you. Cardio is great for a calorie burn. A calorie burn only takes you so far. It does a little bit to keep the heart strong, but there are so many other things you could do to keep your heart strong. Strength train, and do it right. Do it with a purpose. Don't double up on strength day workouts. That's Chuck and I do that, but we switch off going from body weight to weighted because we would never ever do that in our own personal workouts. We do that because we provide a service. We would never do longer than 45-minute strength training sessions. Why would you do that? Your body wasn't meant for that unless you're taking longer rest breaks. Then go ahead. But to do more isn't doing your body any good. It's not doing your muscles any good. Do less, achieve more. The best results happen when you design something to fit your life, to fit the time you have. Don't be comparing yourself to somebody else who is maybe doing 6 days a week. They might be in a totally different place than you, my friends. So I know what I'm telling you isn't sexy at all, right? Like you're excited. You want to take off out of the gate and go. Slow your roll. Slow it down. Slow it down. What can you realistically do for the next 6 months? That's what I want you to think about. Now, if you're brand new to this, it's baby steps. And if you're not brand new to this and you have this mentality, what's one thing that you could work on to enhance your results instead of trying to do some crazy stuff? And I know that crosses your mind. I know it does. We're crazy, ladies. We're crazy. And we think that doing crazy will get us better results. Woosah it down. Slow your roll. What is it really that's going to get you better results? Kara, what you're saying right now is exactly the methodology my body is making me take up. Thank you for this. 2 strength trainings with you and training rides on the horse 4 days per week is what my body will tolerate for now. And that's fine. That is perfectly fine. And that is where it's okay. You know, people think that they're paying for workouts. And if that's where your mindset is, then you probably do need to go find something that maybe is more hardcore. What you're paying for with us, what you're here for is education. It's habit building. It's realizing that beyond your workout, results come from so many different areas of your life that you're probably not going to get at a gym. It comes from the kitchen. It comes from the mindset. It comes from the support of 300 people who work out together, or how there's 7,000 people on our fan page who come in to support each other. That's what you're really getting. When you start to think your investment only happens in the 45 minutes on the gym floor, you're probably investing in something that isn't going to be there forever, because this is a huge circle of success. And fitness is one little dot on that circle. And when you realize that, you probably have more knowledge than you ever even knew you had. You are probably further along in your journey than you even realize. So that's it, my friends. That's where I'm going to leave things today. Do less to achieve more. I want you to say that. When you get that little crazy, I'm going to do a double workout today, do less to achieve more. Go for a walk with the kids. Spend a little time in the kitchen. Pull out a cookbook and look up some new recipes. Do less, achieve more. All right, my friends, I love you all so much. I love being here with you today. Join Coach Chuck at noon for the Noon Nugget. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I really look forward to spending this week with you. I really look forward to spending the next quarter with you. Let's make it the best quarter ever. Thank you, Kirsten. Have a great day, my friends.